guys? Welcome back to Lighthouse Ministries, where we tell our testimonies of how God led us from the darkness into the light. Today, we'll be discussing how God will go ahead of you.
Yes. So how God will go ahead of you. Okay. So we're going to be reading out of Isaiah 45, verse 2. And it stated that I will go before you. I will level the mountains. I will break down the gates of the bronze and cut through the bars of the iron. So what that means to us specifically is there's so many times where, there's a couple times where God gave us a promise. And even though the promise may seem like it's hard or it's impossible or it's just like it's never going to come to pass, God have specifically told us, like, I'm going to go ahead of you and level the mountains. So mountain is like this
This
huge thing, hard thing to
hard.
overcome,
It seemed hard to
It seems
do.
hard. It's something big. It's hard to get over,
Like
but
you will see it in natural. You'd be like, I can't do
this
that.
is
This is
impossible.
impossible
Yeah.
to do.
So one of our testimonies that we have on this really quickly is when God was actually telling us to move to Dallas, which we released a video about that,
You
our
should check
journey.
it out.
Yeah. So it seemed impossible to us. We tried to move so many times out of state on our own. We could not move at all. And I mean, we tried a million times, but we just kept our bags
Pat,
packed by faith, and
hoping
God went
someday we
before
will get the
us.
opportunity to go.
Yeah, God went before us, and He actually paved the way out. And when I tell you it was the easiest transition,
Easy.
all we have to do is believe and wait.
And wait on him.
And
Yeah.
once we actually moved to Dallas, we was like, wow, that was easier
That
than what
was
I thought.
easy than what we
We
thought.
didn't have to
Yeah.
do nothing that we
I was
thought.
salty. I was worried. I was crying the day before we left. 3 days before we left, and I was just like, "Oh God, no!"
Yeah, because it seems so impossible. So God has spoken to us recently, and I'll just talk about that in just a second. So yeah, God have been speaking to us recently about a certain promise, and we ain't going to share the full promise, but
The
He has
promise.
told us that He's going to go before us, and it's going to be easier for us. It's going to happen swiftly. It's not going to take forever. So I'm here to just tell someone today, to just when God says He's going to go before you, He will. He's going to make it easier for you. It's not going to be this up and down situation. All thing you got to do is have faith
And keep going and keep pushing.
yeah, I truly believe that, your faith move mountains. You know what I mean? So even the smallest amount of faith that God will do it for you, He will go ahead of you and He will carve out a place just for you.
Yeah.
One of the things that we're actually praying for is our ministry to take off way bigger, and we truly believe that God is going to go ahead of us and give us the blueprint on how what He wants us to do and what He wants us to say. And as long as we be obedient to His word and have faith that
We
it
keep
will
pushing,
take off,
it will eventually.
and we believe that it will. So, I'm a living toast. We are a living testimony that God will go before you, and
He will make a way for you and make it easy.
and what seemed impossible
Come
will become
possible.
possible. And step by step, as long as you let God lead you,
It will work out
because He know the path that you need to take because He
Yeah.
went before
for
you.
you, and He set the path for you.
Yeah. So, He knows the dangers. He knows like where to get off and
You
where
know
to
where
get
something is
on.
gonna turn, and He tell you to go the
Yeah.
other way, and you be thinking like, God, let's just go this way, and
Yeah.
be like, no.
He knows.
You look back on it, you be like, oh wow, God protected
Yeah,
me
and
from
there's
that.
we actually made a video about God's protection as well. If you want to interested in
Yeah.
that, but it's certain times where God went before us and He was
protected us.
telling
Yeah.
us like, pay up those extra couple of days at
Yeah.
their Airbnb that you was living in,
because the paycheck didn't come on time.
yeah, we didn't end up getting paid, and we thought we was gonna be
Yeah.
homeless that day, but we had paid up an extra 2 days, so we wasn't even worried about it.
It's a lot of things that God have did in our life that He went ahead of us and He protected us so we
Yeah.
can be safe.
God will go ahead of you and protect you, and He'll bring you to that place that He promised or whatever He have promised you.
And sometimes you might not understand, but remember to not lean on your own understanding.
Yeah, that's what faith is for, the substance of things I hope for. But
Yeah.
I always just try to sync my inner thoughts and bring up my inner faith and just let God lead me,
Yeah.
wherever He sends me to. I mean,
You
we're
go.
just coming out of we was coming out of a quick testimony, but we was getting evicted from this apartment. And we didn't know what was going to happen. We was like, we got no money, we have no job, we have
Nothing.
nothing. We just have to sit here and trust that God will deliver
Make a
us.
way for us.
We didn't know, and it was tough.
It was a tough one.
And because we knew we wasn't put in that position on our own either. You know, we didn't want to get evicted from that apartment.
Yeah.
We prayed every day, like, God, keep us here.
Please.
You know, but God had other plans.
And I think the scary part is that because we didn't know what was next from there.
Yeah.
We didn't have no money
So,
saved up. We didn't have nothing really prepared.
all the way to the last day, and as we're scared and we're like, oh, well, we got to leave here, but we have no money. We don't know where to go. You know, things happen, and we ended up leaving there and went to a better place for us, you know, and we awaited God to bring us to that final place that he wanted us to be in.
He already had this prepared for us.
He already had it prepared. We were stressing out, worrying, crying, fighting, thinking that this is going to be the hardest journey. And God was like, I already know where you're going.
Yeah.
Just wait on me, and I will show you how to get there. And yeah, and it's just been an amazing journey. So God will go ahead of you, and just by faith, allow God to go ahead of you and allow him to lead you, because he knows.
He knows what's next. He sees the future.
He knows the best route
for you too.
Yeah. So that's all for today. I'll let you.
All right, you guys. Remember to keep the faith that God will make a way for you. He will always go ahead of you. So always listen and obey his rules, because it's important, because he knows what's next for you. We don't see the future, he does. But I thank you guys for watching our video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for anytime God went ahead of you and made your path right or protected you from any danger. And thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.